We should probably talk though to make sure that.
Hey, Dash, can you hear us? Can you hear me now?
It's Desh and Desh alone that can save us. Well, you killed the stream, so that probably means he needs to come back.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah. It's all good though. I'm just staring at a picture of Astro donuts and fried chicken, so we can just keep doing this until anyone gives us the big fat thumbs up.
And you can hear all this, right?
I hear everything, all the time.
Cool.
What should we do until someone gives us a thumbs up that the show is operating the way that it should?
You know what I was thinking? Before
Hey, Phil.
Before we start, is Phil on?
I see him in the room.
Oh. What do you think if we get to the when we talk some movies and stuff? Should we actually play the trailer since we can actually do that because it's just us two? We can actually play the trailer, do a reaction thing.
We could, but it will get nothing from us or anyone in the room because nothing fucking happened in the thing.
But it's fine.
I guess. I mean, you want to kill 2.5 minutes? By all means, we can totally do that.
Were there any other cool trailers that we can look at together?
You just want to spend the entire hour. There's a show on the channel Axis that will just play nothing but trailers for about 90 minutes. So if you want to pull up the TV,
we could
feed,
do that.
I can just cut my mic and just point your mic towards the TV. We can do that. I don't know if Phil heard me or anything, but
yeah,
anyway.
we can get started. I think
if you're confident that we're running in the Skype.
I see activity in our levels. So
not in the chat, but in our levels, and that should be plenty good.
Our audio is getting sent.
Fucking A1.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we're clear.
I trust you implicitly, explicitly, whatever the fuck. I'm going to go ahead and hit this thing in 3. Man, it's almost as if we're missing somebody.
Who?
I don't know. Well, I mean, according to the folks in the Twitch, I mean, we're fully accounted for. We got everybody on board, but it just feels like there's a void. We got Phil in the room, and he's watching. Hi, Phil.
Hey, Phil.
He has given us the verbal confirmation that we are actually being heard on the interweb. So
Great.
That's good in and of itself. But it seems like we're light a host. So.
Hey, Jack, can you say something? Make sure we hear you.
Yeah, is your mic working?
What's that? What's that again?
Is it a Wi-Fi issue? Technical.
Well.
It is raining. You know, rain tends to have an effect on technology, and the static electricity in the air could very well be shorting out all of the electronics in his home. So we have to take that into account. But I mean,
Jack can't stop smiling. I don't know what to tell you, Uncle Phil.
I think he hit. I think we've been kind of mired in L season part 2, like the Summer's Revenge, but maybe Jack hit, so maybe that's why he's all smiles today.
Yeah, maybe he can enlighten us and tell us about it.
Well, shit, Jack, while you're telling us what's what when with all the cops and the scores, because he is the Sneaker Sleuth at Sneaker Sleuth on the Instagram. I did a little sleuthing myself.
What?
And, I'm not one to gloat. I'm not here to brag. I'm just kind of the shithead who's following instructions when it comes to buying shoes. Like anytime Jack says jump, I say how high. But it's usually in the context of, hey, sneakers is dropping some shit. You should probably drop a few shekels. So I think he put out the bat signal.
No.
Are we gonna eat some shoes this week? Is that what's gonna happen?
Hey, something happened to my iPad.
Oh God! Is it the electronics that we were talking about before?
This is it.
God damn it! This is how the show ends, man. This is it. This is it.
Oh my God! What happened to my iPad?
You let me know when we're all good.
We're fine.
Okay, fantastic. So Jack gave out the instructions. I followed the playbook. I did my usual bit where I wait until it's like a 10-minute draw for fill in the blank shoe, and I wait till 9 minutes in to actually hit the draw. And all of a sudden, I just close the app. I say, "Fuck it, I'm done." Let the gods handle this. Jesus take the wheel. It's out of my hands.
It's just like the Nintendo. Like everyone had their routine or their way of approaching hitting on these sneakers. Like you may blow it, you may tap it, you may do something. But so I was always wondering if you could just enter a draw and close the app, and you're still entered and everything's safe? Or do you have to leave it open and watch the screen to increase your odds or something?
As they say, a watch pot never boils. So I'm sorry, watch kettle. I think that is the phrase. So I let the kettle boil, and all of a sudden I actually didn't hear anything. I felt my Apple Watch vibrate. So that's the tell now, because it's my watch telling me your credit card's being charged, you dumb shit. And I'm looking down.
It's got to be a hell of a feeling, man. I have not gotten a W got 'em confirmation on my watch just yet. It's a bunch of L's and sorries and things like that.
Your wrist is one big fat L. So I got the or rather the on my wrist, and I was like, oh shit, the wife's gonna be upset at me now. It's another confirmation that something has been purchased, and if do I need to put my hand behind it for people to see?
Can you take it out of the box?
I mean, I guess I don't want to. I don't know how this works.
Did you wash your hands? Do you eat fried chicken or anything?
I drank gin. I don't know if that counts, but this was the second chance cop for the Jordan 1 Carolina Blue.
Look at that.
Look at that. Got extra sneakers.
Have you sniffed it yet? You know you got it.
As you walked in, the box was just being cracked. So
true. Do it.
This is a terrible bit.
Hold up. Let me take care of this for you.
I don't know why I'm going to indulge you here. I'm going to go ASMR.
See? Wasn't that great?
Not sure what the gratification is and all that, but
it smells so good.
It's not unappealing. It's not the worst smell. It's not off-putting. I'll say that much.
Right, Uncle Phil?
Phil, yes, I did your bidding. I did Ice's bidding. I don't know how I feel about it. A little weirded out. Perhaps someone's gonna go home and jerk it tonight to what they just saw. But either way, that's one more dub in the coffer. So I don't know what's going on, man.
You got the other University Blues, right?
Got the fours, yes.
Did you sell them yet?
No.
Oh, so you got 2 University Blues?
I have 2. I don't know how I feel about either of them at this point, because there's a part of me is like, man, these are handsome sneakers. But do I need 2 pair in the same colorway? And
they're different. The silhouette's different. You gotta have them both, man.
They're different, but are they different enough to justify keeping both? And then at the same time, they're not really appreciating in value the way that I thought they would.
But it appreciates in your heart. That's all that matters.
I guess. And it sounds like the feeling in the room is go ahead.
Right, Doyle? Keep them.
Like
rock them.
Put it on ice and rock it after a while. I don't know.
I mean, I wouldn't rock them, but yes.
Kunja, no. The Pauls, the P rods, the Pauls were a big fat L for I think all 3 hosts. Well, I'd say at least 2 hosts. Let's ask Jack and see if he hit on the P rods.
What say you?
He sounds a lot like Miley Cyrus this week. I don't know. Feels like he's doing more to kind of bring a different presentation to the show. So credit to Jack, man. You're killing it tonight. Phil saying the ones will appreciate more. You know what? I'd be willing to take the gamble for a short while, see if that may be the case. But they definitely were I think hovering over 400 before the second chance drop. So maybe they'll kick back up to that level at some point. We'll see.
I was so upset, man. It's just been.
You should be. I think you were clamoring for those, weren't you?
Yeah. I mean, God, man, it's been.
Were you having a day when those things dropped?
It's been a bad week. I think I missed all attempts for the past week and a half for sneakers. It's just there's always something going on. And those I really wanted to go for, and but the P rods, I think that one,
the prods.
I just wanted those to flip them, because I saw the resale on those.
Ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. I mean, I wasn't gonna wear them. I know Kunja wanted to get them to actually wear them, but
wait, what?
She wanted to wear them.
Is she a head?
She is now.
She's a sneakerhead.
Yeah, she told me, she was like,
she's got her fingers in everything.
She's like, I actually really want to wear these out. I'm like, don't.
Fried chicken, professional wrestler tequila. And then obscure skater sneakers. She's all over the place, man.
I don't know.
Man, killing.
I'm telling you. She just sit here with Jack. Right, Jack?
Well, you know what? I don't want to speak for Jack. He's on the line and all. But he definitely gave us the nudge, hey, there's only so many pairs of these. I think 8,000, which evidently not a lot.
Not a lot.
Sounds like a lot.
It does.
Not a lot. But yeah, that was an L for the ages. But you got to take the good with the bad. So could be worse. But you can always hit big with the good folks at Essence. They got plenty in the stash when it comes to fashion because they're a digital platform recognized for an innovative approach to modern luxury. They were founded in '03 as a Montreal-based retailer that's established itself as an international e-commerce pioneer for its of the moment product curation, original editorial content, cutting edge styling, and streamlined e-commerce interface. From high fashion to hype brands, you name it, they got it. Bottega Veneta, Balenciaga, Gucci, they all hang alongside the most coveted drops from Off-White, Yeezy, and Bape. And for the fashion forward types like Kunja, experimental garments from Rick Owens, Tom Brown, and Comme des Garçons, all are beautifully styled with sportswear from Nike, Reebok, and Adidas. Shop over 500 luxury brands today by clicking on the Essence banner at badslant.com/support. That's SSENSE.com. Essence is the future of fashion delivered, so definitely check them out. I think it's Memorial Day, so they have to have like some sales cooking in the
you would think
in the offing. So I would definitely check because I was on the high of getting those Jordan 1s. So I was like, I got to complete the fit. And I probably got a little too big for my britches. But I knew if I need to actually put these shoes on my feet, I'm going to get something to outfit it from Essence for sure. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's plenty there. I haven't gotten any emails on any like discount promotions for this holiday weekend, but They do have a lot of lines that they're releasing and collections and stuff, but
lines like lines or
just like that.
I'm in on that. I don't know how you can get that by the SEC, but
I don't know either. But
I'm all over that.
So no discount codes, but there's a lot of great stuff and there's a lot of deals and I mean you can go to the site and find sales and deals and stuff, but it's just not any extra savings for the holidays that I see.
Well, just check out the website. I'm sure they'll have something for you, regardless if it's on sale or not. I am a cheapskate, so that's precisely why I'm all over the sales section. I think the DRB is admiring your Badslant.
The misprint.
I was gonna say the mistake hat, or I mean, how do you? I guess misprint's probably the best way to put it.
Yeah.
We got it. You know what? I have the backlog. I have the.
You
the
have
stash.
them all here, right?
We got to do something with that.
Send it out.
Perhaps for I don't know, for what is this? Year 3, season 3, whatever.
Season 3.
Celebrate Jack's wonderful performance on this episode. We'll celebrate it by giving away some hats, perhaps. But we'll start the show and then we'll consider how we proceed from here. Sound good?
Sounds great.
Hit it.
If this thing works.
Maybe. Oh, the board died.
There you go.
Oh, no, we're fine. As smooth as eggs. Welcome back. Another episode of the Badslant podcast. I am your moderator du jour, Asian John, Action John, whatever you please. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at AJ on the web. He is the man, the myth, the legend, the chairman of Z-Board, Chairman Ice. Good day, sir.
How do you do?
I do okay. I'm drinking gin. And killing it, as always. He's just destroying the Twitch feed. He's bringing the heat in terms of content. He's Just Jack. Killing it. Appreciate you guys checking out the show. Plenty of content, as Jack can attest to here. I think the summer is finally here. We can tell by the thunderstorm that's brewing on the outside of the Badslant studio tonight. So with the heat comes more content. We'll discuss some future planning for shows here in a few, but appreciate you all watching the show on Twitch or watch.badslant.com or on YouTube. We're all over the place, so appreciate you checking out the show in whatever capacity it is. You can also listen to the show wherever you find fine podcasts: Apple, Google, Spotify, Pandora, Amazon Podcasts, I think is a thing. TuneIn, Stitcher, the whole like. We are there, and we're loving every minute of it. So appreciate you guys consuming this podcast show thing, whatever. So All right, let's let the cat out of the bag. Jack's not really here.
I don't think people would have known.
For the Twitch folks, you would not have we would not have skipped a beat. But I don't want to lie to the good folks listening to the podcast. But Jack is something about being a good father. I don't know. We may or may not have discussed it last week to say that
we all totally forgot.
I think it was an excused absence, but for whatever reason, I don't know. Life took over, and it wasn't meant to be.
We got the hot text. 20 minutes before the show, just like, hey, you guys left my name on the show sheet. Like, I'm not going to be on tonight. Like,
you would think 6 days at some point, someone might like ring the bell and say, hey, by the way, don't forget to take me off the attendance sheet. But that's RB. That's RB. But we'll soldier on. But I think we might have to. We talked about like stacking shows and doing something for next week because I'm not going to be here, but I've made provisions to be available and taking part at a regular schedule. But we'll see how that goes.
I was gonna confirm with you if that's still the plan.
Hey, unless the internet doesn't exist in the Outer Banks, I'm gonna be ready and willing. It might just be me in a phone call capacity, but either way, I will be here and I will be on board to do thy bidding. So, we'll get to that in a bit. I think Phil asking a very pertinent question. Is there anything that you would ever rock or like?
No, I don't think
Have you ever unearthed anything that you've purchased?
Sadly, it's weird, man. It's like
it's weird, all right.
The only thing I would actually rock is things that I don't love. Like I would rock the mids. I would rock the personals.
Mids.
But
your brain went to that immediately. God damn.
I mean,
what is this vendetta?
Look, if there was truly something wrong with mids, like I wouldn't even wear them. I wouldn't even put them on my feet. But I actually feel like there's nothing wrong with mids. But the fact that they're not highs, it makes me feel okay to wear mids.
So you still hate them, but you're gonna hate wear them. Is what I'm gathering from this.
I like them. I don't love them. So, but if I were to actually get something that I love, there's no way in hell I can get myself to put them on my feet. There's no way. So if I really wanted to get like a pair of off-whites, if I copped them and I wouldn't flip them, I just wouldn't wear them, and I would just open them up like once or twice a year and like, I got these in my collection, but that's about it.
That's a painful fucking existence, man.
Even with the what was that recent one that I really wanted, the dark mochas. If I got those, they're not like super,
that was an L.
Yeah, that wasn't like super hot or anything, but I don't think I could get myself to wear those either. I don't know. I don't know what it is, man. I just can't wear.
We're venturing towards like full blown phobia type of thing. Like,
yeah.
Like it's a condition.
It's a problem, man.
Yeah.
So like
stop buying shoes. You're fucking it up for the rest of us.
I sold recently. So the plan was because I saw the dark mochas weren't reselling like insanely high. I mean, I
just want chocolate right now. Every time you say dark mocha, I just want a donut.
I think they're going for around like the 400s, so 400 or 500, somewhere around there. So I decided what I was going to do to get them to justify it. I was going to sell some shoes in my collection that I had no intentions of keeping at all. So I sold like 3 pairs, and I have enough money now to buy them. And I couldn't get myself to buy them.
You're a fucking weirdo.
So I got the money, and I'm ready. Like I can buy them.
Oh, buddy, we know you have the money. Come on, man.
But
the Tesla drove itself.
But I couldn't do it. But one of these days, I'm going to pull the trigger. I was telling B-Rice, I was like, with all the money that I got from selling these shoes, I was either going to get the dark mochas or I was going to splurge and get the Spider-Verse because I really wanted those.
Hey,
too.
It is your birthday coming up, so I would really appreciate it if you fucking splurged at some point.
Yeah,
happy birthday, by the way. I don't mean to beat the shit out of you on your as your birthday approaches, but you need some tough love every now and then.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a problem. I don't know if it's something that can be fixed. Like you can go see a shrink and they'll figure out a way
or the
to
vet
fix you.
Get snipped and all of a sudden like, oh, I feel like rocking these off-whites today.
Yeah, but you know what it would take. I'm gonna spill the secret here. If someone like got them dirty, if there was like a scuff or something dirty, then it's over. It's not on that level anymore, and then I could wear them.
You could just scuff them yourself. Well, you know what?
I know.
Buy the shoes used. But they have used shoes out there.
That's gross, man.
Oh my god.
Then when you sniff them, they don't have that fresh smell. You know?
You might not a vet. I think you need to see like a mental health professional to get you through. Well, you won't buy the shoes and wear them, but at the very least, you bought the Moft Snap-on wallet.
I did.
That's
I did,
something,
I
and
did.
it does get some mileage.
Bink.
You won't put your cards in there, but still,
Nope.
Very weird bit. But you can attest that it works because Moft is a brand dedicated to creative inventions that boosts your own productivity. Their formula is simple. Smart products equal increased efficiency, as featured on Unbox Therapy and TechCrunch. Moft is best known for the world's first invisible and best-selling phone and tablet stands, including the world's first Snap-on phone stand for the iPhone 12 series. Whether you're a traveler, entrepreneur, or remote worker, their products provide the highest level of comfort, turning your hectic schedule productive and efficient. Browse their entire invisible collection today by clicking on the Moft banner at badslant.com/support. That's Mobile Office for Travelers. That's what Moft stands for, people. MOFT. Check them out 2D.
Dude, I just saw in the chat, Doyle actually wears every pair of shoes that he cops. The rule in his house is if you don't wear them in a month, you have to sell them.
Well, you know what? We had like a 40-minute conversation about Jollibee, and then the following day he went to go get Jollibee. So he seems like the impressionable type. But I will say that's a really good rule to live by because, you know, the whole notion of buying shoes and never wearing them seems kind of foreign and completely space alien-ish.
Oh, snap. Doyle, which Off-Whites do you have?
Oh, shit. This will be one for the ages, for sure.
I just need to know.
And now we wait. Well, they I wonder if he got it from Essence, you know? Like, I feel like the Off-White thing is kind of below my radar. Like, I know about the Off-White Air Force Ones or the Off-White Jordan 5s. Like, those are a thing. But they're so inaccessible that I kind of feel like every Off-White is inaccessible. Oh, damn, he's got the Sail 4s.
Oh man, look at that.
Look at that mensch.
Look at that.
Look at him. And
Sheesh.
do we need to ask him if he's worn it? Because by his rule,
he said he's waiting for a fancy place to go to rock them.
not even around the house. God. From the bed to the kitchen,
Shit, I would turn them into my indoor shoes.
just
man.
walking flat-footed like fucking like the mummy.
Nice, man. That's awesome, man.
Follow the lead of the DRB. Like,
I don't know.
can we get one shoe? Like, what's sitting in the closet right now that could potentially be worn from your bedroom to the commode? Like, what's on?
Nothing. I can't.
Not even one.
I can't do it. I just can't.
Fucking mania. God, well, we're not going to get where we need to go here in this conversation, but we'll digress. Do you feel comfortable enough? You're not comfortable wearing shoes in the house or breaking them out of the box altogether. Are you comfortable doing? This is a question I should be asking myself. Am I comfortable doing a seating of the chicken sandwiches that we identified for our tournament without
we should.
Jack?
No, we should.
Just knowing how
Jack's here.
Just how triggered I get when you talk food.
We may agree to this one, maybe.
You know what? It's only 8 sandwiches in total.
There you go.
It's only 4 per bracket. So what's the worst that could happen? And those are my famous last words, I feel like. But I think we can get through this. Perhaps I'll send Jack a cursory text after this and be like, hey, this is what happened when you didn't show up for work, and now my life sucks. But we'll try to get through this. I don't want to set the bar too low, but I think we can at the very least get through this very low level exercise.
Yeah.
We probably can't do the actual first tasting next week because I'll be off by the shore.
We have some time.
Yeah.
Somehow let's do the seating tonight, and if JJ wants to chime in over the course of next week, he can, and then we'll finalize it. And then after that, we'll figure out, because what I would love to do is to time this alongside the NBA playoffs. So like once we get to championship week, we can be eating our finalists for the championship game, the matchup.
Oh, so you know that the NBA finals is the series, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But we only do a show like once a week, and they play games like every day. So I feel like timing wise, it may work itself out. It sounds weird, but
it does sound weird. I've in the short time we've been broadcasting the show, I've drank a lot of gin, but anything could sound weird right now. So I'm gonna trust you to say that there might be some support to what you're saying. So
yes.
We'll figure that part out of it later.
I'll figure it out. Don't worry.
Sure. But we for anyone that is just catching this for the first time, we decided there's far too many chicken sandwiches in the world that are just being eaten without any rhyme or reason. So I think we wanted to try to establish the king of all chicken sandwiches and you know, really kind of set the table for what should be the summer of sandwiches. And we decided on 8 sandwiches, 4 local and 4 from 4 national brands.
4 loco.
Yeah. Oh, we're not doing a 4 loco taste off, and I'm gonna stick to that at every chance that I can.
All right.
But the 4 local chicken sandwiches on the table. First one being Hot Lola's. Chef Kevin Tien is the chef du jour.
Oh, look at you! Look at you,
look
fancy
at
pants.
I don't know who the chef is for Astro Donut and fried chicken, but Astro Donut's the other one. And then Gama Chicken, or Gama Chicken, Gama.
You know, for the life of me, I was trying to remember the lineup over the weekend, and I couldn't figure out. It was Gama.
I probably should have shared with the group, just make sure that I'm not the one who destroys the contest before it ever happens. But the last one of the local brands is Woo Boy, something we've all tried.
I thought we said we weren't. Did we come around to that?
We came back around to that. Yes. Yes.
Okay. See, I think that was the problem. I thought at one point we said we weren't going to come back to that.
Nope. I kept the list that I drunkenly jotted down as we went through the last portion of the show.
That's why I couldn't figure it out, but that makes sense. All right. How about for the national chains? What
Those
do
are
we
the
got?
4 from the locals. The national chains consist of KFC with their new lineup of chicken sandwiches, Popeyes,
Of course.
Chick-fil-A,
Ooh, yeah.
and Shake Shack. So I think from the groans that you made in the last like 10 seconds or so, I kind of feel like where you want to go with the seating. But I will. How do you want to start? You want to go local first?
Yeah. Should we work?
By the way, it's a full blown like sneaker convention that's going on in.
I know,
right now.
seriously.
Like there's links to fucking IKEA shoe boxes, like coupons being exchanged. Like we don't even really need to be here. Like,
we don't.
No.
They can do a side show right here.
Like it's like Antique Roadshow right now when it comes to shoes taking place in our chat. Well, I'm sure. I'm glad you guys are entertained. Be sure to entertain yourselves because Ice and I are just
don't mind this show.
We're just jacking each other off here. Don't worry about us. Okay, where do you want to start? Local or national?
Yeah, let's do local, and then let's attempt to do bottom up. So let's figure out who the 4th seed is. Of this list, I'm going to put. Should we talk about each one, or should we do it like fast so we can just I'll just
I
do
wouldn't
my
breeze
4 to
through it,
1.
but I don't want to belabor the point either. But we'll just start with Hot Lola's then, because we both had it. We've all had it.
I would put Hot Lola's as the 1 seed for me.
Really? Okay.
Of this list, from what I can remember of all 4, it's slightly biased because I've tried a few of these, but I think I'm gonna have to put Hot Lola's at 1. I would put I would put Woo Boy at 4. Because I really didn't enjoy it when I had it, but I'm willing to give it a shot. If we put it back on the list, I'm gonna be fair about it. I'm not gonna be biased. Gama, it's tough because I've had a Korean fried chicken before, but I've never had it at Gama before.
Man of the world.
And Astro, I have no idea what kind of chicken sandwich that is, so it's hard to say where that seeds. So I'm going to guess that it's going to be Astro 2, Gama 3. That's just me guessing. So again,
you are entitled to your opinion, sir.
So I would love to hear your take on what you think the seeding would be for those 4.
Surprisingly, and you know, we've gone back and forth when it comes to your takes on food, and I've had my issues with how you've scored certain things and characterized your level of appreciation for certain foods we've tried on the show, but. It kills me to say this. I'm largely in lockstep with you when it comes to the rankings.
Look at that.
The initial rankings. I don't I don't feel like Hot Lola stood out enough for me to say, man, that was a really good sandwich. But then I look down the line. I don't know shit about Astro, as you mentioned.
Right.
I've had Gamma, and I wasn't terribly enamored with it. And we sat side by side.
Yeah, we did.
On really small wooden stools eating Woo Boy chicken and walked away feeling like that blew. Like it wasn't bad, but it wasn't anything close to what we were expecting, given how much love Woo Boy gets from just about everybody, including JJ. So I think I'm inclined to follow your lead, and it again kills me. I think Hot Lola's would be the 1 seed in the local bracket, followed by Astro Donut, given I think the DRB was giving it some love here in the chat, followed by Gamma, and then Woo Boy pulling up the rear. And then do we decide that we're not going to go full nuclear? I think Jack said the Woo Boy Code Blue was pretty much a death sentence.
Yeah. I mean, my gut can't handle it. Like I could probably handle. I mean, we've
Your
seen
fragile constitution.
We've seen what happened with the one chip challenge. So I think I would.
When you took that small acorn sized bite of a chip and you left us to die as me and Jack ate the entire fucking chip.
It may happen again if we go up to that blue level. But
dick.
Yeah. But I think that's a fair and good ranking. I mean, unless Jack comes in and he's like, you know what, I've had one of these other from 2 to 4, and or Astro, he's just like, Astro is way better, and we need to pump that up a little. But I mean, in all fairness, everyone loves Woo Boy. Everyone that talks about Woo Boy, they always say like, Woo Boy is so good, and this. I think it was just us.
I'm sure everyone else knows better. I'm sure. I'm sure. It's fine. Look, everyone's look. This is our attempt,
right,
to try to make a sense of the madness, because there's far too much madness, and there were plenty of others that were potentially locally that could have been thrown into the mix, but it's a very sorted situation, so we're doing our best here.
Yes.
But I feel like we have some knowledge in terms of what's good and what's not.
Yeah.
I'm a fried chicken aficionado, so I feel like this is something that we may be able to weigh in and provide some guidance, and maybe a perspective that a lot of folks weren't really keen to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so Lola's 1, Astro 2, Gamma 3, Woo Boy 4.
Agreed.
Don't even have to put like additional slash in there. Like we're just the same. We're in lockstep. God.
Yeah. Let's go to national, and let's you lead off this one.
Oh, fantastic. Well, there was a lot of different ways I could have gone with this. Because first off, I'll just go down the line. KFC, just historically, I've never. I don't want to say never. I can't recall a time where they've disappointed me with something like brand new, off the cuff, like a special offering. I point to like their. Was it their Georgia Gold chicken with the honey mustard flavoring?
Yeah.
Their Nashville Hot tenders, and tenders
So
it's nuggets for adults. But they did everything they've done right. Like if you can find a KFC, and that's probably the hardest part, is finding a fucking KFC. But if you can find one, like the consistency is unreal. So it leads me to believe that if they're gonna do a chicken sandwich, they're gonna do the shit right. Popeyes is almost above reproach because the chicken speaks for itself. The sandwich, I wanted to kind of ding it right out of the chute because, it was hard to get. But the spicy chicken sandwich is something I will continue to get at Popeyes, even when I'm just down for like a 12-piece and I just want to feed my family, So I think the sandwich and the quality and all the kinks that they've worked out in terms of the production process, like Popeyes is going to be up there. Chick-fil-A, what can you say about Chick-fil-A that hasn't been said by a million times over? The spicy chicken sandwich will probably kill you, but it will probably send you off into a nice and kind death. You'll float off into the ether in the best shape possible. I don't think I've ever scratched that. I have a hard time remembering their regular chicken sandwich, but I'm sure it's fine.
It should be fine.
It should be fine.
I don't think I've had it in a very, very long time.
If you have the option for a spicy chicken sandwich, why would you opt for a regular chicken sandwich? And Shake Shack is the wild card in all this because I love just about everything that they do. It's just I don't know if chicken is really their forte, and we're not. I think we agreed we're not going to do the specialty one. We're not going to do the gochujang one.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so we're just gonna go straight chicken sandwich.
You're right. Yep.
Yeah. So, with all that being said, and that's a lot of bullshit I just threw out there, but in that everything on the table, I'm gonna say Shake Shack would be 4. I'm gonna say KFC 3, Popeyes 2, and then Chick-fil-A your number 1 overall seed. Just because I think the differentiating factor in all this is probably something that a lot of folks probably just kind of brush to the side. But correct me if I'm wrong. The Chick-fil-A sandwich has a potato bun, a buttered potato bun.
Chick-fil-A?
Yes. Does that sound off base?
Damn.
I'll Google it to make sure, but I feel like the bun in and of itself...
Is it a potato bun?
It's buttered for sure.
Yes, butter for sure. Because I know when you order through the app, it actually lets you know that there's butter, and you can say no butter on the bun. But I don't know if it's a potato bun.
Whatever the hell it is.
Oh, it is. You're right. Now that the picture's coming back to my head, I believe it is a potato bun.
It says toasted buttered bun, also available on a multigrain bun.
If
given the option, go fuck yourself. There's no way. There's just
multigrain.
No way.
Thank you.
Yeah, the buttered bun is what puts it over the top for me in terms of the initial ranking. So I will leave it at that. That's where my head's at. If I can just go down again, Shake Shack 4, KFC 3, Popeyes 2, and Chick-fil-A 1. What say you?
It's close. It's very close. I think. Yeah,
I had a Popeyes chicken sandwich on over the weekend, by the way, and it just reminded me, like, God damn, this is amazing.
So my ranking's a little different, but it is very close.
Who could have read that?
I would say bottom of the list. It's hard. It's hard to say that this is the bottom of the list, but I tend to agree. Shake Shack is 4. Not because I didn't enjoy it, because the last time I had it, I actually really did enjoy this sandwich. But of the other contenders on this list, it's tough to put this above any other these other places that specializes in chicken. So I would have to agree with 4. So that's good. Yeah, this is tough, man. The 1, 2, 3. I would say based on what you said, I'm gonna flip it.
Oh shit.
So KFC, I agree. I would put KFC in 3rd. Not saying because it's 3rd, but of Popeyes and Chick-fil-A, I feel like those are easily the 1-2 seed. So you got KFC correct. But where I would switch it is Popeyes, correct. Man. Popeyes, I would give it 1, and Chick-fil-A, I would give it 2. I know it sounds weird because Chick-fil-A is known for chicken, and they specialize in chicken. They've been doing the chicken sandwiches for years, way before Popeyes. So you would think that they should be 1. But, man, Popeyes, they just came and stole that crown, man. So it's tough to say. But I'll
be honest, it was a bit of a coin flip in my head, but I think the sauce, like, while it's good on the Popeyes chicken sandwich, I feel like it's kind of window dressing. Like it's something that it is there to distract you from the quality of the chicken, which, it's still good. It's still Popeyes, but it doesn't hold a candle to the quality of the Chick-fil-A. Like the seasoning on the chicken itself. Is what makes it stand out head and shoulders.
You know what it is with both of those, actually? It has to be prepared correctly. I've had a bad Chick-fil-A sandwich, and I had a great one.
Get the fuck out of here.
The one that I say what makes it really great is when the spice level is a little bit higher than average.
What kind of broke dick Chick-fil-A restaurants are you going to where they get the seasoning and the spice level off? I've never maybe it's just me being spoiled by the really good one in Fairfax, but they are consistent as fuck. Like, really? The sandwiches just are like at the same level every single time.
There's times where I get it and you get the spice, but it's not like, it's just like it tastes more like a flavor than spice. But the one time I've gotten it and it was spicier than usual, and I was like, this hands down is the best chicken sandwich I've had because it has the kick. It was still crispy. I loved it. Same goes with Popeyes. When Popeyes deliver a sandwich that's crispy and has the heat, oh man, that thing is just hard to beat, man. But then there's times where I feel like it sits around, and when they serve it to you after just sitting around in the heat lamp, it's not that good, man. So I think with both of those, I think I can be swayed either way. That it could flip flop between 1 and 2.
You know what? That's why we play the game, man. That's why we do what we do. And I counted. We're going to have 7 opportunities for chicken deliciousness.
7. Yes.
So
maybe we'll let Jack be the tiebreaker here. So we locked in our 4, our 3, but let's see what Jack says. And if he comes in and he puts 1 as 1 and 2, then maybe that's the tiebreaker right there.
All right, so just to confirm then, you have Popeyes as a number 1, and you have
Yes.
Chick-fil-A as your number 2.
Correct.
And that's where we part company.
Yep.
This is good traditional American discourse. This is where like you can disagree with somebody and you don't want to spit in their face or call them a communist. Like you just want to like you say, I agree to disagree, and we can move on.
See, you're right there, right there in the chat. I agree with you guys. So like, Chick-fil-A is not known to be crispy.
No.
They're a spicy chicken sandwich. So by the time you get it and eat it, it's not going to be crispy. But I have had it before where it was spicy and crispy, and I would say when it's spicy and crispy, hands down, no one can beat it. It's so good. It just doesn't happen all the time. That's the problem.
There's so much I want to get off my chest, but I'm going to save it for the actual show when we actually taste the sandwiches. I'll leave it at this. We can move on to something else. There is a point where the chicken can be too crispy. And it's a function of it. Is it breast meat that they use for the Popeyes chicken sandwich?
Probably, yeah.
And it's what I find when you have a chicken thigh versus a chicken breast. It winds up with pieces that are slightly uneven, and then the edges are too crispy, and then you have a big fat meaty piece that just kind of average.
Actually, on that note,
level.
I think we have to probably put it out there so everyone knows. Are you a breast guy or a thigh guy?
I'm a chicken thigh guy to the death of me. I love cholesterol. I love feeling my arteries close up as I take each and every unctuous bite. It's just the way that
that's going to have a factor in this competition, man. You're going to rank those higher.
I guess, man. I don't know. I'm not gonna. At the end of the day, chicken is chicken. So in a sandwich form, it's going to be harder to distinguish. But it could be the difference between finishing number 1 and number 2. So we'll see how. Drumsticks. God damn it! I feel like every time I want to give credence to something that someone's saying when it comes to food, they wind up disappointing me. And
I don't like drumsticks.
Lloyd is just he's right there, just ruining the evening for me. Oh God.
So. This came up last week when we were talking about this. I just need to bring it up one more time. I think doing top 4, local, national, makes a lot of sense. We toyed with the idea of a play-in. Like if we were to expand this list, because there was, I think the original list had 20 plus restaurants.
The chicken commissioner decreed it. There were 20 options to consider, and we only we skimmed the wave tops. We only got the creme de la creme.
Like, so we tried to get it down to 16, and then we just felt like 16 was going to be like a year-long
If you spend this fucking time telling me that we need to consider Burger King, I'm going to pull the plug out of the goddamn wall. I'm not going to entertain this for as long as you want.
Maybe, but I'm saying, if like, do we want to consider any play-ins? Just like two extra just to play into
the
this
Wizards.
The only
Who
reason
the fuck is left? I'm looking down the line.
Whoa.
Jollibee isn't open. Wendy's blows. Arby's makes roast beef. Z Burger. I've never had a Z Burger, nor have I been told I need to have a Z Burger, so that's out. Artie's, like we can't have the at home game with Jack when he moves to West Virginia.
I think this is several times now. He keeps bringing up Roaming Rooster. Roaming Rooster.
Do you want to drive to Anacostia or where the fuck Roaming Rooster is? I'll do the Googling. But I think Kunja was kind enough to point out that it was on the farther reaches of our collective commutes, so it would be harder to acquire and get within a reasonable time frame for eating chicken sandwiches.
Hand breaded. That's interesting.
Where the fuck you want to go to Tenley Town, motherfucker? Tenley Town. It sounds like it's across the pond. If I'm being honest. Look, if you want to take a field trip, I'd be down for that. I'm just saying, like, that is a trek and a half.
Well,
to eat chicken.
Yeah, I don't know. It's tough because look. Well, let's say this. We have time. We have time to decide if we wanted to add some extra contenders into this matchup.
Chicken tenders? What'd you say?
Before we advance to the next round, we can't go into the next round and bring up another chain.
You mean the first round?
Yeah, the first. It has to happen during the first round.
Before the first round. So you have basically next week. It's not going to happen because I'll be away. But at the very least, there's 1 week to consider a wild card entry, and it would have to be.
Well, technically, no. I guess I don't want to take over the entire show. I don't have the time of how far.
We spent 45 minutes talking about fucking.
Dear Lord! Oh shit!
Well, Jack goes away and the whole fucking show goes to hell.
All right, we gotta speed this up. This is taking too much time.
Oh my god!
But what I want to just say, if are we gonna do just one matchup per show, like a hot
How many fucking sandwiches do you want to eat in one show, or can you eat in one sitting? Is my question.
So if that's the case, man, this
you do the one bite bit. Kunja brought up a great point that like you have to do the initial bite before the chicken gets cold.
There's no way that's gonna happen.
She's the commissioner. She makes the rules.
The only way is if you were gonna throw it back in your oven or do something, because it ain't gonna be crunchy by the time we sit down and press start.
Look, if there was a Church's within 75 minutes of me, I would certainly entertain the notion. But they closed the one locally in Fort Belvoir of all places, and we are deprived of Church's great work. So I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. I would certainly entertain it if it was possible.
Okay. Well, either way, there's going to be 2 weeks before we get to the first tasting. So we have 2 weeks to figure out if we want to do a play-in, and we could bring it up and figure it out.
I'm going to. We very seldom get this type of energy in the chat and perhaps in our social media feeds. I think this is where we can engage the audience to say what we need to say as a possible play-in option. So we'll throw it out there in the Instagram, and maybe here in the chat we can kind of mine through the